Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realness with 3 S's. I'm your host, Chantele Francis, with my amazing co-host for The Bachelorette, Season 19, Episode 7, Hometowns. It's Miss TJoy.
Hello.
Hi, The Bachelorette.
The Bachelorette.
I mean, it was okay, but I'm more interested in the preview for like the next episode.
Hello.
I was like, "Oh, that looks interesting."
What announcement is Jesse going to make?
Bachelor.
Oh, okay. Who do you think it's going to be?
Or maybe it's going to be the wedding of Wells and Sarah. I don't know. No, I'm thinking it's the Bachelor announcement. Maybe it'll be Nate. Maybe they're going to do it
nice.
like
That would
another
be nice.
duo Bachelor thing.
Nate, or I don't think Tyler, because he's going home. Tyler is gonna be on he's probably gonna be a Bachelor in Paradise or something. Nate.
Because he's going to be confronted apparently about like all the rumors from those women that he was dated.
Oh yeah.
So apparently he's going to clear the air there about that. What did Jesse say again about it? What did he say? The most shocking announcement?
Yes, it's always shocking. The most shocking announcement. And then it was like the women that could have been from something else, but they showed it as though the women were like going crazy and they had champagne, like they were toasting to something. Remember, like they had like champagne flutes, like glasses and stuff. And then he was like on to new adventures or something. I don't know.
So that's why I think.
Can you pull it up? Can we watch it again? Or do you have it? It's like on there. It might not be on there.
I don't know.
Probably not. Okay.
Let me see if it has it on YouTube. Okay, let's watch this episode or talk about this episode, and I'll try to pull it up as we go along. And when we get to the end of it, we can see if we can see it again later. Hi, Dabu.
Hi, Dabu.
How are you, Dabu? So we got a lot of hometown dates.
Hometown.
Do you know what? I realized, okay, so I'm house sitting or cat sitting, and so I'm not at home. And so I have this device that, it's like an app that goes with like my home cable so that I'm supposed to be able to watch TV from this device. And so I've always used it whenever I was house sitting before. Like I've done this before. You're supposed to be able to use your phone and you can watch your TV from wherever you are. And so as of last week, they changed something. And all of a sudden it says, oh, you have to watch this at home. I'm like, well, what's the point of having this 5 TV if I have to watch this at home? Because this whole app thing is to watch it when you're not at home. So I wasn't able to watch it with the app, and I was fiddling around for like 10 minutes. Well, I was just going to go back and rewind, but I wasn't able to rewind because I was like, I had to like go and watch it on another channel. So I ended up watching it from like on the station network channel as opposed to watching it from my cable, which I recorded. And so it's just really stupid. So anyways, I missed the first 10 minutes. So what happened?
Okay. Well, they were just reviewing and both talking about how they can't wait. It was filler stuff. They can't wait to go on the hometowns and they look forward to it. This is going to make or break it. And, she needs to see the deepen the connection and beat the families. They both were individually talking and it was showing them, I guess, like getting off their, well, not necessarily getting off the planes, but like rolling their luggage and coming into the hometowns and stuff like that. And then the first hometown was Gabby with Jason. And then that started there.
So yeah, okay. That's where I started with like meeting Jason's parents. What was the date stuff that they did?
So they were in New Orleans and he wanted to take her to Bourbon Street, of course. Have you ever been to New Orleans?
I want to go so badly. I want to
It's so
go.
fun. It's so fun. I can't believe I've been somewhere you haven't, but I guess only because it's in the States.
I
But
mean,
yes,
yeah.
I have family there too, so I've been several times. But it's so fun. And Bourbon Street is this really fun street that you can drink outside of the bars and restaurants on the street. You can just walk the street just with your alcohol. No one says anything. There's always a band playing and music, and even when someone passes away, the funeral is like supposed to be joyous, and they carry you throughout the streets, and the band still plays. Like it's a thing. It's supposed to be like a homegoing celebration, and we're supposed to celebrate the life you lived. So everything is kind of joyous there. Of course, French quarters. They have a lot of French, cuisine in that quarters. Beignets are very popular. I love a beignet. Oh my goodness. I
I
love a
actually don't know if
beignet.
I've ever had a beignet because I'm not
Oh,
really a dessert person or like.
uh-huh.
So I mean, I would try everything if I went there, but I don't think I've ever had one.
Oh, it's so good. And so they the date stuff, so they went to Bourbon Street. It was a band playing, of course. So then they danced in the street. They got beads, and they were up top of a building and then throwing beads. And Gabby, she's like telling this man, I want you to flash me so you get these beads. And he goes, I'm not doing that. And she goes, why not? And all this stuff.
Did
But
he flash her in the end?
no, he never flashed her. It was an older man. He was like, I'm not doing that.
Oh, I thought
So
it was
it was
Jason she was asking.
no, she was asking just some random man on the street because they were throwing them down to the other people.
Gotcha.
So they were doing that, and they kissed and stuff. And then he was like, my parents are divorced, so I want you to meet my dad separately first. And she met his dad. Did you see that?
Okay, no, I did not see his dad.
Okay.
This cat
So
is gonna drive me crazy right now. Before, like when I had them eating food, but now it's too late. Now he's really getting on my last nerve. Okay. He's like
he
finding
wants
everything,
to be seen.
every
I see that
wire.
tail. I see that tail. Like I want to be seen.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I want to be. Pay attention to me.
To me.
Okay, excuse me.
That's
Sorry.
okay. So the dad comes in and he has flowers for Gabby and he has a box of beignets. So they're meeting him like at the park. They sit down at the picnic table, and like he comes in, he's already crying. Like this, this whole family cries. Like he was crying and he was like, we're all emotional. We're an emotional family. We just get so emotional. I just love him so much. Like I'm so close and I haven't been able to talk to him for a few weeks and I just miss
Oh
him.
my gosh.
So, yes. And so she's like, oh, it's okay. So they just talked and he just told her how good of a person his son was and how Jason is like the best and, how everybody feels about their child and, all of that stuff. So, I mean, they just had a good visit. He seemed nice, but I was just wondering, like, they can't even be in the same room. Because, sometimes parents will be divorced, but they'll all still be together to meet the person. But it was almost like the man seemed really nice and the mother seemed really nice. But I just found it to be kind of a little telling that they can't be in the same space to meet her.
I don't know.
I
I mean,
don't know.
I didn't see obviously didn't see that part, so I have no idea what his vibe is like at all. But I agree with you because my dad calls my mom to talk to her on the phone more than he talks to me, or I talk to my mom, and I talk to my mom a lot. So yeah, it would be like I can't imagine them not being able to be in the same room.
Right.
Yeah, like my stepmom and my stepsisters would be all be half sisters would all be there. You know what I mean? They would all be in
Right.
one big thing. We'd probably go to my dad. I'll go to my dad's house. You know what I mean? Oh
Right.
my god, this cat! Get over here! Like he's starting to like go up on the and need my backdrop.
Oh.
Oh boy. I'm gonna have to like sedate next time. We do have some friends joining us, so I believe this is Jelly Donut. So Tokyo Traveler says, "Okay, Tokyo says alert list is not a drill. This is about Big Brother, sort of." Kyle got put up according to Spoiler Girl. Spoiler
Are
Girl
you
has been
serious?
wrong all
Parents?
season.
Are you
Sorry?
Parents use the veto? Are you serious, Tokyo Traveler? He used the veto. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy.
I think it's a lie though, because like Spoiler Girl has been wrong all season. Spoiler Girl was wrong about the division of the house. Yeah. Well, anyways, sorry if that is actually a spoiler and I didn't actually make a big announcement. If someone doesn't want to get spoiled.
Dang it.
Sorry.
I was just hoping.
Dabu says they did Avon dirty, couldn't fit him into this episode. Yeah, it's kind of rude.
How are you going to be on the Men Tell All episode?
Like he must not make it or something because like it's rough.
That was crazy. You're right.
Hi Joel. Yes, I know who I know who you are for sure.
Yes, hi, Joel.
I don't watch Bachelor Nation, but my daughter watches every show, so I'll just listen in. Oh, you're
thank
cute.
You, Joel.
I mean, it's not the best season, not gonna lie, but Love Island is definitely more entertaining this season, I would say. Bachelor in Paradise will be more fun for sure, even if you don't watch the show.
Yes, Joel. So if you could watch that, Joel, when it comes on September 27th, I think you might like that better because it would combine what your daughter likes with what you like. So it's kind of like a Love Island, but with all the Bachelor people. So I think you like that.
Exactly. Could they not meet the father somewhere that ain't a park? That's where it was? Was it a park?
I guess he didn't want them at his house. I was like, what is this? I don't know. I don't know why
they always rent homes and stuff like that. So like, remember, you didn't see Clayton's season, but like they had to make sure that they were like, oh yeah, we Airbnb, we look for this place on Airbnb. Like it was like total product placement. It's like you couldn't Airbnb something for this father's visit.
I know. I guess not. I'm wondering, does he not live in town? I don't know. That's why I'm saying, why couldn't he just come over to Mama's house? Like, what is the problem?
Well, I mean, it's a little bit bizarre, but yeah, maybe he just didn't want to have it at his house. Yeah, I don't know. It is a little bit strange. So we do also get to meet now Jason's his mom and his sister. I thought they were really cute.
They were cute. The boyfriend said nothing, but they were cute. The mom and the sister, they were cute.
So excited for him. I mean, he must be a real big introvert, and so like seeing like the son like in oh, he's in love. Okay, like they seem like they're very, very careful for him.
Right.
Cautious, very overprotective, but very sweet. I thought that they were both very good looking too. I was like, oh, very attractive. Was his dad
Everybody's on black and white.
Was his dad handsome?
Oh,
okay.
No, but I would say everybody had on black and white. Oh, I don't mean that to be offensive to that man. It's just that he's an older man. I didn't find him attractive, but
I'm just picturing because his mom and his sister were so cute. So, and I think he's cute too. So I was just curious if his dad was cute.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You're like, not my type. Not my type.
Not my type.
Wait, what am I? Oh, so I love when the sister pulls her over. It's like, okay, so what dirt do you want on Jason? And like, it was just like cute. Like I could see Gabby and his sister getting along really well.
Yeah,
I like seeing their relationship.
I could too, because she was like, I would spill all the dirt. She was like, no, I don't have any. But
he definitely wouldn't be the type of person to have any dirt at all.
Right.
Not at all. She talks about him being the greatest person ever, and it's really sweet to see like a sister to be talking about brother like that, because that's not usual. Like usually, my stupid brother, oh, he's dumb or whatever, like just like being siblings. So it was very cute to see that. You
can tell they're very close. And then I love that little picture of them when they were kids. They look so cute in that picture.
Oh, I don't think I saw it.
On the wall. It was on the wall. It was just a picture of him and his sister when they were younger. And it was so cute.
It's because I had to watch on my stupid phone. I'm so annoyed. I'm like, so I was trying to mirror it onto my computer, but because I was playing it from the network, like, you know how it like shuts down when you like stream
Right.
things. So it's like it was just a black screen. So I had to watch from my phone, but I'm listening from my TV, and I'm just like, ah. So, anyways, next week I'll have it all worked out. I'll stream from my computer, but so annoying. So Gabby's talking to his mom, and they talk about how he's reserved. Well, Gabby says that he's really reserved and she is not, and so she's just wondering if his mom thinks that they're going to be a good fit.
Mm-hmm.
And she really likes her and him together, and so she's seemingly giving them the kind of like the feeling that they would be a good balance for each other, and is kind of approving of them even being so different, being good for each other potentially.
Yes, yes, yes.
So Jason speaks to his mom, and he does say that he can't see himself getting engaged and that he needs some space. I'm like, Aquarius,
Because I'm just saying,
Aquarius.
you weren't seeing her every day. And when you were seeing her, you were seeing her for like a couple hours out the day. I mean, you've had some space, sir. It's not like y'all been living together up in each other's face. So what kind of space you want? What kind of space do you want?
Did you hear what I was singing?
Yes, I know. I know. I know. And I really don't even think the Aquarius should really
Aquarius,
come. They don't, this is not set up for them.
Aquarius.
It's not
No,
set up.
not set up for them to thrive. No, he's just like,
They're too skeptical.
So he tells his mother that he hasn't had this conversation with Gabby yet, and so she does say, like, I don't know if it was to him or in her ITM, but like she is worried that he might lose her if he decides to put some space between in their relationship, especially right now where things are really accelerated, and which is very true. And that's an Aquarius vibe, though, right? Like he'll take his losses and be like, okay, well, I need space. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So
Right.
poor thing. But Gabby does say that she is falling in love with him. I think that they're a cute couple, but I just don't know if I feel like he's her guy.
Wow, I didn't even write that down. She said she was falling in love with him.
I think so. I wrote it down.
She
Gabby is
said that
falling in love with
to him.
him.
She said
I
that
think
to
it
him.
might have. I didn't say who it was to. I'm assuming, but I don't remember.
She said that to Eric.
Definitely. I think she said that to everybody.
Did she? Oh wow. Okay.
But that's all. That's it for their date, though. Anything about their hometown that you want to talk about?
No. I just think that I just think that it's moving too fast for him. It's not set up for him to be comfortable. And Aquarius they're not gonna move if they're not comfortable. Like, because you become skeptical. And I know Virgos and Aquarius become very skeptical. And they start to think, well, what's she over there saying to him? Because he seems confident in their interaction. And what is she saying to this one? It's two other people besides me. And then it becomes like, nah, I need to work this out more. And so I just don't see it happening for them. But I think he's a nice guy.
I know. Maybe he's gonna be. So maybe him and like maybe one of each of their like final four will be a double bachelor.
That would be nice. Mm-hmm.
I'd take a Jason bachelor. A Jason.
I would too, but is he gonna open up to the women? Is he gonna open up to the women? And is he gonna propose to any of them?
But this is the thing. There might be Aquariuses and like people that are going to be more compatible with him. So there might be other air signs, other fire signs that like he'll be able to get along with that will move at his pace, that will get him to where he needs to be potentially. I think the fact that both of these women aren't really compatible astrologically, that maybe that's also why they're not able to communicate and get him to where he needs to be,
That's true.
So, but that they don't take into consideration astrology, which they should when they're picking for these people. It would just save them so much havoc. Okay, so I just wanted to see again what okay, so Eric is a Capricorn. I'm just remembering these now. Johnny is a Libra. That's why she finds him so good looking. Oh, Jason's Aquarius. Is that all she
Zach.
talked to?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's only three Gabby has. Mm.
Zach is a what?
What is that? That's what I'm asking.
Zach is a Leo. Oh boy.
Okay, and Tyler.
Cancer. Fair.
Oh,
So
no
Cancer.
wonder.
Yeah.
Tino.
Aquarius.
Mm-hmm. And Avon.
Scorpio.
Okay.
Interesting. Interesting. We'll get to that soon. Dabu says Jason's too passive. He can't juggle 30 women. It would only probably be 15, right?
If they did a double Dabu, if they did a double Bachelor. Mm-hmm.
But maybe he'd get used to it quick, like adaptable. Maybe you never know. So we get to Rachel and Zach's date, and so she does give him a hooju. They're in Anaheim Hills. I can almost read my writing. They go for a bike ride, and then they climb a ladder so they can watch the planes take off. That was sweet. That was very thoughtful.
Yeah, it's their connection. What they used to do with their father. So I get it.
Definitely. And like when I was flying, a lot of the pilots and even some of the flight attendants, they said that the reason why they got into aviation was from watching planes with a family member. So, and it's very true that a lot of people do that as like, oh, let's go sit and watch the planes take off and land. And so it's very cute to know that they like watched it with like family members. Very cute. So she really hopes that her relationship with Zach will take off. How do you feel about the fact that Zach is a Leo and Miss Rachel is?
I'm wondering what's his rise. I'm just wondering some other things that are in his house because he doesn't come off as a Leo, like through and through Leo. He really doesn't, because usually Leos want to be seen, like out there, like attention on me type of situation, and he really kind of dotes on her and like wants her to have the attention. He really doesn't come across as that type. So I'm wondering what else is in in his chart.
In its fall, Leos tend to be like an Aquarius, so giving all the praise to the other people and being for everybody else. So that could be one part of it. Also, passive Leos like is like a shy lion, like the cowardly lion. That's also a possibility that he's not living up to his Leo-ness. It could be things that have happened to his past and stuff like that. But yeah, I definitely also agree that he probably has something emotional in his moon and rising signs for sure. And like Mercury is probably something watery or earthy.
Yeah, I'm thinking
sure.
Water.
You're thinking water?
Yeah.
He definitely has a water moon, in my opinion. Oh my God, cat hairs in my nose. Okay, so Chapman is his dad, right? Chapman and Rachel have a little bit of a chat eventually. And he just wants to know right off, so what attracts you to him? And she's not good at answering these questions.
She gets so super emotional. First of all, before she even enters the house, she's already so much in her head. And she's made up the script. And so when it doesn't go according to what the script she's made up in her head, she gets thrown off, and then she just doesn't answer things right. I'm telling you, that's what it is. She's already made up a script in her head. That's what they do. Pisces do that all the time. They have made up the script in their head of how it's supposed to go, and they've thought about it, and then when it doesn't, they're disappointed, their feelings are hurt, and they don't know how to move forward with that.
It's just kind of like I just want to say, like, come on, Rachel, it's like, snap out, just tell him how you feel about him. Like, it doesn't have to be some big deal. Like, if you're honest with how you feel, like, it'll translate and it'll land really well. But she just like, like family. He really cares about family, and he looks up to you too. And I'm just like, yeah, it's pretty generic.
But is this also something also telling about Rachel though, right? Listen, so it could be that she's not good with answering questions, just like some people aren't good test takers. Some people get nervous, but it almost feels as though, because we already thought this throughout the whole process, if they did not cater to her, if it wasn't all about her and making her feel comfortable, then her feelings were hurt. She was crying. And it's almost like, did she really take the effort and the time to dive into them? Or was it always made about her and making her so comfortable? So when it comes around to it, is Tino, I mean, I know we're going to get there. Is Tino's dad really being hard on you? Or are you really just saying superficial things to him about his son and you don't know anything beyond the surface? Like, you don't know anything beyond the surface about these people. So you're saying generic stuff like, oh, they love their family, they're so close to their family. Okay, what else? What else? Like, oh, he likes to give blood. And I was like, he's a giver. Like, what else are we talking about here? Like, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I kind of feel like that. Like it was all about her. And I don't think she dove in to really get below the surface. So I think sometimes she really doesn't know what to say.
Yeah, you were right on the money. Because I could you just make up some shit? Like, I don't know. Like, if someone asked me how I felt about him, I wouldn't. I mean, I could make up something. I could. It's good, something pretty good. But I know that I'm like more of a thinker, and like I'm better probably with my words than she is, and I don't get flustered necessarily to have to speak
Right.
in front of people. So I do have the upper hand there. But like, we'll get to it. But I give blood, and he gives blood. Let's get married.
I was like, what? And he was like, there's a shortage. And I was like, oh my goodness, he likes
And do you know what it's making me think though? Like her telling that to his dad's why like, okay, no. No. I need somebody that's a little bit deeper here.
Oh my goodness.
So we do see Zach and his mom talking, and he says that he can see a future with her, and she says, like, I see it. I see the love. And so Zach's mom is on board with Rachel and Zach's relationship. Rachel talks to his mom, and she does say, like, what most of the moms say, I don't want to see his heart broken. And just to piggyback on what you were saying before about the fact that she didn't take the time to get to know all the people. Actually, you know what? I'm going to wait to say it. Never mind. I'll say it in a second. So Zach and his dad talk, and, he feels that, like, he might be filled with Rachel's love forever. So his dad's also on board with Rachel's love. And why do you think that they're so on board? Do you think it's just because they're like, I'm on TV and, like, I have to just say this? But, like,
and I
don't
also
buy
think
it.
that he gets his hopeless romantic side maybe from his mom. Like, she is so, like, into it, like, yes, and she's probably watched The Bachelor and Bachelorette all the seasons, and she probably encouraged him to go on it, and she's so gung-ho about love, and then he's telling her, and she's like, okay, and they want to believe it, and they want him to be happy and be married anyway, so they're like, oh my goodness, yes, so they're really on board with it.
Well, they show them their first date on the big screen as for movie night. How was that for you?
I was like, first of all, they gave them all the highlights and everything, even the jacuzzi.
Making out. Like, what? Like, the making out in the jacuzzi?
Yes. I'm like, that was unnecessary.
So uncalled for.
Rachel is like looking away like, I do not want to watch this with your parents. Like, what is going on? But I was like, I guess they want to keep with the theme. That's what they do when they get together on dates. They watch stuff on the screen, so.
I guess, they watch things together.
Yeah.
They watch their love take off.
Yes.
I don't know who said this. It was dad or mom, but I saw my kid and I'm probably seeing his future wife. It's probably his dad would say something like that.
Oh, yeah. That was his dad. Oh.
And I think he says Rachel's the one. Rachel's the one. And she says, I am in love with him.
Okay, but listen, what about with Zach's dad, right? She was talking to Zach's dad, and he was like, he was like, tell me, what really you think about him. And she was like, oh, because we're falling for it. And she said, he said, well, y'all went to all these romantic trips around the world. A monkey, you can fall in love with a monkey. Going to all those places. And when he said it, I busted out laughing. He was like, went to all these romantic places in the world. You can fall in love with a monkey doing that. I was like, oh, he was right though. It's like, you gotta give me something else because y'all are having these dates in these romantic cities. So of course that entices you to fall. Mm-hmm. So what else you got? What else do you have? Like, I thought that was funny though.
I did think that was funny as well. And it's very, very, very true. And she just needs to get better at her. Like, if I were her and realized that I don't know how to articulate my feelings for somebody very well, like maybe she should have written it out.
Right.
Right. Like 25 qualities that she really appreciates about each person's son.
And you're right. And I would have turned it into something. I would have been like, you know what? Last night I was thinking on the way over here, I really want his parents to know how great of a son they have raised and how I feel about him and how he makes me feel. So I wrote it down. I want you to hear it from me. And I would have played it off like that. Like, even if, and they would have been
like, each one of her hometown dates has a written out like letter.
Exactly. And they would have been like, oh, that was so nice. Except for Tino's parents, they would have tore it up. But
like, burn it. Burn letter. So anything else about Zach and Rachel's hometown?
No, that was it.
So next we go over to Palm Beach, Florida. And jogging over to Johnny is Gabby. And she gave him what I described as a giggly hooju. A giggly hug jump. I think she just didn't want to do it. And the producer's like,
do it.
You have to do the hug jump. And she's just like, because they're really silly and embarrassing. But she does do the hug jump with Johnny. And so they're going to be meeting his family first instead of doing all the day activities. And I felt that he came from a very good looking family. They seem to be very well off and just a very well-to-do, good looking, nice family.
Yeah, that's how it came off to me too. Mm-hmm.
And he seemed better looking when I see what his family looks like to me. It was interesting. Oh my God, it's in my eye.
Oh, because you saw a little money that made you feel look a little better.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I'm still not interested in
that green money matched with them blue eyes. You looking a little better, boo.
I don't usually like blue eyes. I usually like brown eyes. Just saying. I mean, I also when I saw that he's a Libra, I was like, oh right, he's a Libra.
I know you like Libra.
So I was just like thinking like, oh, Johnny's not so bad. No. I'm not into Johnny at all, but I definitely felt that when he was with his family, it elevated his looks because like you see his mom's really good looking. Dad is older, but like he was really handsome when he was younger. You know what I mean? And so just being like the whole family dynamic together, I could see more of his attractiveness. You know what I mean? And he's probably more attractive in real life. So Gabby and his dad talk, and he noticed that they had a really good comfort level, and his dad thinks that Gabby's great, and he's all in. They're all in. Like they're all in pretty quick with
They're all in. And not only are they all in, I feel like they was pushing Johnny to be more all in. His daddy was like, go for it.
Well, maybe he's just been living the single life and just been like, are you ever going to get married, Johnny? Are you ever going to get married? It could be one of those scenarios.
It could be one of those. Because his daddy was like, what are you talking about? Emotionally, you're ready. Emotionally, you're ready. What are you talking about? Mentally, you're ready. What are you talking about? Financially, you're growth together.
Yeah.
You're growth together.
John's just like, for sure. He's like, I see the chemistry. You have my blessing. Like, maybe they're just like worried that he's never going to find somebody because they're just like, this is good. It's good.
Good.
Let's get
your
this
mother
going.
left the house. Me and your mother want the house back. Just go.
Does he live at
I
home?
don't know. He made it seem like he was like staying at their house or something. Like, I want you to get out.
But when he's talked to his mom, he does say that he's not sure that he's there yet, and so she says to listen to your heart. So I mean, we're on episode 7 and we're already at hometowns. Like maybe it really has been fast. Like 5 weeks. Is it always 5 weeks?
Yeah, I think so. Like 6 weeks. I think it's 6 weeks. 6 weeks. It's usually 6 weeks. I usually hear them say, uh, it's only been a 1.5 to 2 months. I usually always hear them say that.
I just feel
So
like 5 weeks to hometowns is pretty short.
that is short because when they keep saying 2 months, but then they revert back to 5 weeks, that's really 1 month. So stop saying 2 months. If it's only been 5 weeks, that's 1 month. Stop saying 2 months.
A month and a week. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of short. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
It's kind of short.
it is kind of short, especially
I would
since
do
you're
it
not
though.
seeing the person every single day.
And
Yeah,
if you're on Rachel's team, like you did, like every other date, like she cancels
right.
so many dates.
Hello.
So.
She keeps canceling stuff, and then you're on them group dates. You don't get that much time. Yeah. So
So I still like the family though. I personally don't know if I see Johnny as being her person in the end, but I think she likes him.
yeah.
I liked his family. I don't see him being the Bachelor, but what is his reception like from the viewers? Do people love him?
I haven't gotten that. I mean, I haven't gotten that they dislike him, but I haven't
Yeah,
gotten overwhelming that, like their Google
care for
Gaga
him at
over
all.
him.
Right.
So
Me
I just
neither.
think it's kind of in the middle. I did like that they went sailing after that. I thought that was nice.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it shows like what kind of life that they would live, and like I know that
Yeah,
kind of like vibe, that life.
yeah,
It's pretty fun.
yeah.
Like hanging out with the family and going and like dad drives and
Mhm.
drinks on the boat. Like that's pretty. That's kind of like summer, Toronto summer up at the
Yeah,
cottage vibes. I like it.
yeah. I liked it too.
So I think she felt like she fit in with that family, which is great. Was there anything else about this date that you wanted to talk about?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Okie dokie. Then we go to Wildwood, New Jersey for
Girl,
Tyler.
it's a mess.
Oh, I mean, it was a cute date. Is he? What is he? The manager of this amusement
He
park thing?
he owns one of he owns a
Oh, the
he
game.
owns a stand on the Jersey Shore. He owns a like that game thing that they were playing. I think he owns that.
And he didn't rig it for her to win. That's kind
So,
of fun, I guess, to own that. So they're hanging out, and he's talking about how much he loves her, and he's so smiley. We
feeling his heart.
knew from last week, like, why are you giving him this rose? You were not into him at all. Like,
You
you
want to
like
know
him.
why? Because she doesn't want her roses taken away. She keeps wanting to have all these men. She wanted to have 4 men. You see, Gabby didn't do that. She went with 3 because that's all it was. And she got to have 4 men and all of this stuff. She knew she ain't really like him last week. She knew that. Then she gonna play with that boy's emotions and then act like she the victim, crying.
So she feels apprehensive about meeting his friends and family because he does introduce them to a whole bunch of people that work on this boardwalk or whatever, and she's starting to be like, oh my god, like I have to meet his family soon, and like, oh my god, I'm not really into him. Like our relationship is behind compared to our relationships with these other people, and I was like, uh-oh, we are about to get the Tyler breakup, but we didn't get the Tyler crying confessional. Or did we? And I didn't notice
No,
it.
we didn't. We didn't.
You
But
know which one
why
I'm
is
talking
she?
about, right?
Yeah, I do. But why is she acting like she did not know she was gonna meet his family? That is what I'm trying to say. She's acting like this was something sprung on her. Like, oh no, I'm gonna have to meet his friends and family. I just, what did you think he was flying to New Jersey for? I just was like, she do too much.
Debbie was like, I mean, she could have dumped Tyler on the ship, avoid that false hope. Why let him
Thank
profess his
you.
love when she knew it's over? It seems ego-driven.
That's what
This
it is.
is my point, Dabu. I was about to get to that. I was saying before, I'm like, I'll save it for now. Yes, she cussed out Logan the other week for leading her on, and she did the exact same thing to this boy in a worse way. lead her
Yep.
on to believe that, like, hey, she wants to meet my family. That means that I am a front runner for
Thank
her
you.
love and affection. And this is way worse leading her on than accepting 2 roses and
Thank
deciding
you.
to go and maybe date the other bachelorette. Like, it's almost like, and the fact that she was like so broken up over this and talking to her producers and hearing the conversation behind closed doors about like how she doesn't know how to do this and she feels so bad. She didn't have to, right?
She did not
Like
have to do
all
it.
these
She did not have to do it.
people, like she wanted to have all these people stay.
Yeah.
She can't handle breaking up with them.
Nope.
Well, why
Nope.
you
Because
have all
it's
these
all
people
about
staying then?
her. Everybody has to cater to her. And he was comforting me. He's such a great guy. She didn't have to do that. She did not have to do that. She knew she was not into that man. She knew it.
Mm-hmm.
And you got his family involved. That's the other thing. It's one thing you led not only him on, but his mama. I know his, because it seemed like he got a little Italian in his background.
They're
And that woman
so
from
like, I
Jersey.
love how cliche their family was.
I know. And it looked like she was wanted to cuss her out. You know what I mean? Like, don't be doing my son like that. Got him coming all back here.
I
You
have to
know.
say though, I was shocked that Tyler couldn't tell what was coming when she was like, he was talking to her and she's like, I was just like, okay, that's not a look of somebody that's about to be like, I love you. Like, it's like, oh, can I cut in? So I just, can you stop saying these nice things because I'm about to break up with you. Just stop. Like, he could not pick up those cues. And like, the producers are so evil with like having the family cut to the family and the mom's like, oh, he was so excited when he was leaving to come on the show and he's like, I might come back with my wife, and they're so excited for him and his whole big family there waiting for him, maybe friends, cousins, like big group of people.
Yes. All smushed on these 2 couches waiting.
waiting.
And you know she don't cook the spread. And you know she had cooked the spread in the other room. Waiting, okay? And here he come empty hand. They like, at first she didn't notice because she just so happy to see her son. But then it's like, well, where's she at?
What I wrote down exactly was when he says, I'm so in love with you. And then I wrote down, she was so mad at Logan and she can't handle this breakout. Spit it out. I was so annoyed.
I hate breakdowns in the bathroom scenes. I hate those.
It was just like, I don't want any more tears on the Bachelorette. Only have Aquariuses and Sagittariuses, so there's no tears. I don't want any more. I agree that the couples in Paradise spend far more time together than this show. Like, even though it's like 3 weeks on that, at least it's like all day, every day.
Yeah.
My money's on Tyler being the next Bachelor. He has the best Saw breakup story. And he's 30, even though he doesn't look it. He's like,
right,
going on 30, literally. So yeah, she said that she's not 100% confident in the relationship and she's not ready to meet his family. He did take it like a champ.
He did.
And he says that you let me love again. And you know,
Sir.
that's love. that love that's forever, you know, it's real. The love, the forever love is real.
He just wanted to be in love because that woman didn't do nothing for him to fall for her. She did not do nothing. She did not nurture you. She did not like fan over you. She did not ask you all these probing questions, spend all this extra time with you. She did not do. He just wanted to be in love.
Mm-hmm.
He just wanted to be in love. Poor Tyler.
So if it's Tyler, that's I think I'm gonna do another double Bachelorette though.
A double Bachelor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That makes most sense. There's like 2 groups of guys. Like you wouldn't just have one guy from Rachel's side. They could have one from each, right? It makes most sense.
I think it would be good. It would be interesting to see how they handle that.
I'd rather watch 2 guys do it, to be honest. I mean, maybe it's just because these two, this pairing didn't work. It doesn't mean I don't think it could work. I think that Rachel just was a little bit too insecure for this version of the Bachelorette. So I wrote down, oh, his family was so excited. Oh, his mom looked so heartbroken
He
and
was.
shocked when he came in alone. Just like, well, Rachel's not coming. So sweet. Anything else about Tyler's date or breakup? No. Okay. So then we get Gabby doing a little running hooju over to Eric. Well, actually, kind of was like a standing hooju. And they're going to also be seeing his family first. And before they get there, they're in a park and they talk about his dad and how he had come to the park with his dad. His dad really wanted to make sure that he would take care of his mom if he passed away. And it was the beginning of like the saddest hometown I've ever seen.
Yes.
I literally cried the whole time. It was very touching.
It was sad. It was sad. It was sad. But it was also a testament to the power of love, because that's that staying power of love. Like, I'm just gonna love this man and I'm gonna just take care of him. And
oh my God, when his mom, so they're at the house and he's talking to his mom and she says, I keep on watering it, that flower, and he keeps coming back. And I was like, Timmy and a photosynthesis.
Oh, yes.
It was really sweet though. And like, I've had some reservations maybe about Eric kind of in the first episode when he was like, I deserve the first impression rose. And there was another time where we were saying that he was maybe expecting a little bit too much. It might have been a group date rose or something, but seeing what he's been experiencing with his family and the fact that he wanted to bring Gabby back to meet his family, it really, for me, I was like, there's no other person right now for Gabby. I do not see her with anybody else after this date. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm still not sold on them. I'm sold on that he probably makes more sense for her out of the three, but I still am not sold on them making it all the way.
He's a Capricorn.
I like her. I know they're both Capricorns, but
I don't see that. I feel like she picks him.
No, I'm not saying she's not going to pick him, but I just don't know that they can make it all the way. Because I feel like at first he was like, I like her a lot, right? At the beginning of the date, he's like, I like her a lot. And then by the end of the date, he's falling in love. And it's like, are you falling in love because your mama told you don't quit? And now you've just seen your parents and you want that kind of love. So now you're choosing, because this is the last person that might meet your dad. So now you're going to just try to invest, and say, I'm falling, or are you really falling? Because at the beginning he was just like, he liked her a lot. He wasn't talking about.
I see though that like his family having a lot, like him not wanting to say too much, because like if his family didn't get along with her, like maybe he wouldn't want to have to like pull back his feelings or what he says. Like he didn't want to say anything too soon necessarily. I could definitely see her, like when she did meet his family, like she's there and like her being an ICU nurse, so she's definitely dealt and worked and loved and cared for people in his father's situation. So I'm sure him seeing her compassionate side and like being able to speak with his father, I think that was probably something that was really endearing that he's never really experienced it before. He's also never brought anybody home to his family before. And so I think that all the level of intensity and all the emotions, I think that it probably did amplify his love for her. I don't think that he's putting it on, because I just don't think that he's the type to put it on. I think he's a little bit more headstrong and kind of like a little bit more of an ego than that. Like he seems to be more like a Leo, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like he wouldn't. I don't feel like he would say it if he didn't mean it. I don't think he would just say it just because. Personally, I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe he could. Maybe he wants to just make his family happy while he has them together. But I just don't see that he would bring somebody into the family like that, knowing how sick his father was, if it wasn't actually somebody special.
Yeah, no, I really think he really likes her and he cares about her. I mean, I was just going by the fact that like 2 hours earlier, it was just like I like you a lot, and then it's kind of like I'm falling in love with you. But I know that he thinks that she's special, and I don't think that he would have brought somebody home or been away from his father if he wasn't trying to, find somebody special. But I just wonder sometimes when you want something so bad, you just kind of like are trying to make it fit.
Do
So
guys do that or do girls do that? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm not even trying to be rude.
no, I don't take that as being rude. I'm think when a man is ready to be married, he does. I think when he's ready, because Tyler was the same thing with Tyler knew that that woman didn't feel that way, but he was trying to make something because he wanted it, So
Or
sometimes
she was leading him on also.
well, yeah, by giving him a rose, he's definitely leading them on.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if the men tell are going to come for her for that. Like, yo, you were so mad at Logan for the rose, but then you did this to Tyler. And like, Tyler, go Tyler, Tyler. So I thought it was fun that they took off from the meeting the family on a motorcycle. Have you been on a motorcycle before?
I have sat on the back of one, but I haven't like ridden one because I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
I think I've only been on two. So one was like this friend of mine in Montreal. Like he gave me like just like a tour, like a ride around the city on his bike. And then I might have told you this before. So when I had a free day before my friend came to meet me when I was in Rome. Did I tell you this? And so I was like, well, if I'm in Rome, I have nothing to do. Let's go on Bumble. So I went on Bumble and I found a date. And so like we went and like we met and like my friend came with me to meet him and they actually had mutual friends. He was this architect. And so I went on, he had like, it wasn't a motorcycle, it was more like a scooter or like, like a motorized scooter, like whatever they drive around in Europe, a Vespa type thing. And so he took me at nighttime of an architectural tour of the city. And he showed me, went to like the Vatican City at night. And so he showed me all, the lights that were light up and like the St. Paul's Basilica, St. Paul's. And like we went all to all these different like really cool architectures and at nighttime in Rome on a motorcycle. So I was thinking of the idea of like, I should just start like a dating app for like to show you somebody that's visiting the city. So like say like I'm on the app and like somebody comes around and be like, okay, I'll show somebody that I'm connecting with on a date. So maybe we'll go and see the Sky Dome or like, we'll do like some touristy thing together as a date on an app. Okay. So something I thought about when I was in Rome. So I was just like, I'm bored. Let's date in Rome. So I just like went on dates.
That's so funny you said that. I had a friend that just went out of town for work and she turned on her Bumble type situation. And she went on a date every single day that she was out of town with different guys and like had the best time. And I was like, oh my goodness. She was like, man, that place doesn't owe me anything. I had a good time. I worked during the day and went out during the night. And I was like, get it. One of the guys like offered to pay like whatever the fee was for her to stay later, like because she was coming back like on a Friday, and he was like, hey, if you can stay till Sunday, I'll pay whatever fee, whatever. But she was like, I don't know if I'm ready to do all that staying with him and stuff. So I, just came back. But she had a good time. She had a good time, So I think that is fun to do sometimes, just to put that on if you're out of town.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so yeah. I never get emotional watching this show, but Eric's dad was tough to watch. R.I.P. Yes. So seeing at the end, they did say in memoriam. So he did pass since, which is very, very sad.
Very sad.
Very sad. I mean, you know what though? Like, I'm glad, like, especially if Gabby is his person, that she was there to meet him, because I could see Eric being the type of guy that would be closed off and not want to talk necessarily about his father to somebody new that he was dating. And so I
Right.
feel like it could allow him to put up a wall. And so the fact that Gabby did get to meet him already, I don't think that that wall will be up for her. And so I think that, and if they were dating, she would have been able to help him through it, most likely. Hopefully.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh, God,
Hopefully. So
hopefully.
the nighttime portion of that date, he says that he's really falling for her, and then he says that he wished that he said it before. So maybe he's been holding back from saying it, and maybe the producers tell him, like, don't say it yet, wait till hometowns, okay?
Maybe so. And she tells him the same. So that's good. That's
And
good.
I wrote down, I'm like, I don't think there's anyone else. This date was so emotionally connected that I can't see her with anybody
Oh
else.
no, out of the three, he is the one.
I
Out
don't
of the
remember who's
three,
the third person right now. Wait, Johnny, him, and Jason.
Jason.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Oh,
I mean, I like you, Jason. I like you, Johnny. But
oh yeah, but we knew it was Eric from the beginning. Like we
that's
knew
true.
it was Eric from the
When
beginning.
you were lying on that bearskin rug, they looked cozy and they were giggling. I was like, there's something there. And he got the first impression rose, right?
Yeah, but we also predicted even before like the show came on.
Like who we thought that she was going to be with. Like we said yes we said Eric was with Gabby.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that book here, but I want to go look back at all of them. Do you have all of them?
I do. I don't.
Well, I'm just curious about the people that were on the hometown. So we said Gabby would be with Eric. Cool.
I'm trying to think. I'm just trying to make sure. I don't know if I have it in this book. Hold on. Oh, it's in this book. Let me see. Is it in this book? Shoot.
Mario got the first impression. You're right. I forgot about Mario. Who got Rachel's first impression? Oh, Tino. That's what we're talking. That's what I remember. Somebody getting the first impression rose. Thanks, Dabu. Dabu's always on it.
You hear me?
All.
She is the third co-host. Okay.
Absolutely.
She's always
also on it with the Real Housewives. When I was doing
that
before,
I love the Housewives now.
I know. I stopped doing the Beverly Hills because I started getting really fed up with those women, and I was just like getting. I mean, I'm entertained, but I was just like getting so angry. I don't want to just like have a discussion about how annoyed I am with every single person on the cast except for Garcelle and
Crystal.
I can't stand Crystal. Sorry. I want to like Crystal, but she's no. Sutton and Garcelle are the only two people that I can stand.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like Crystal, but Crystal doesn't do it. Pardon?
The Force 5, they call themselves.
No. Fox Force 5? No.
Yeah.
Thank you. Whatever. Fox Force 5 is like an actual thing. But I don't know. Those women are terrible people.
Terrible. And especially Lisa Rinna. Her and Erica are the worst.
Ugh. The worst. It's so funny. Like yesterday, I know we're having a little bit of an aside conversation right now, but I was working at my friend's boyfriend's restaurant yesterday, and I was working behind the bar and talking to these people that came in, and reality TV came up, and how she watches all the shows, and she started talking about Beverly Hills, and I was like, oh, I hate those two women, but Garcelle just like get some good zingers in there for a couple of them. And she's like, oh, I love Lisa Rinna and Erica. And I was like, oh, I don't know if we can be friends.
Right. I know
it literally was like
conversation over.
Okay. So can we give you something else to drink? I was just like,
how? Ma'am.
Anyways, did you find the list that we made?
I did not. It's on another book somewhere, but I will have it. I don't want to get up and leave from right here where I am, but it's on another book. I thought it was in this book, but I have it on another book. I write in so many different books, but I know we picked him.
Well, definitely for next week, I'll go back to my place and I'll get the proper book and I'll have it as well. so we can check it out. Okay, now we're heading over to Santa Clarita, California. Tino driving a white Wrangler. Do you think it was standard or automatic?
I think automatic.
What?
Yeah, I think automatic.
I think standard. He drives the forklift. He's gonna like gear shift.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
And like, I'm sure she drives stick. So I think I'm gonna say he drives stick. I'm totally like, you told him to give me your answer, and I'm like, that's the wrong answer. But I like a manual driver. And I also love a Wrangler. That's the car that I want to get.
Really?
I want a black on black Wrangler with like matte black on the outside.
Oh.
That's what I would like to have.
Oh, I'm such an automatic girl. I don't have time to be shifting no gear.
I mean, I learned on standard, so it's just like what is natural to me. I always find it I'm like, what do I do if I rent a car? I'm like, I don't know how to drive this thing. Like, it's too like, I have too much free time, so I'll be like drinking something or running, like I'm just like doing
That's
so
me.
much.
I have a lot of free time because my car is like a computer. It can do stuff. It can park itself and do, got free time. I like automatic.
I just like driving. I like shifting gears. I don't know. It's fun for me, anyways. So oops, I'm like pressing shit. So he gets out of his white Wrangler, and she's excited but nervous to see him.
Nervous, so nervous.
Nervous.
What if they don't like me? They're gonna love you.
And so they're gonna go see his family first. And before we get to them, his mom is questioning her feelings before they arrive. And I'm like, and she's like, and he's like, they're going to love you. If I say that I love you, like, or I care about you, that I want you to be here, they are going to agree with me. And like, giving her a lot of false hope here.
False hope.
How did he not know his parents were going to be acting like this? He had to have known this.
He had to have known that there were already skeptical people, because they just seem like they're skeptical people anyway. Like, and did you notice they didn't do anything for that camera, honey? They did not dress up at all for that camera. She didn't put on that mama didn't put on no makeup, no earrings. She didn't put not a bump in her hair, nothing. Like, it was like, this, you gonna get us raw, and like this is it. Like,
well, maybe she doesn't wear makeup and stuff. Maybe she's natural.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It seems that way. And it was just like, Mateo didn't say anything. I mean, it was just like that mama and daddy went in. It was,
yeah. They arrived, and it was just like, she is not able to handle this at all. And so like, they're like, oh, so how much time do you spend together after 2 months? Like, it's and
we spent quite a bit of time together. What's a bit of time? It's not even 2 months, is it? It's 5 weeks. They're like, yeah, but
so like, how much do you know in 5 weeks?
Guys, aren't there other guys? Boy, she was.
No! Oh, Taboo says if Tino doesn't propose, she will cry on the stair all over again. Oh my God.
Yes, she will, Dabu, because as we learned tonight, she is expecting an engagement, okay? That is what she is expecting. But you gotta, I could understand where the dad was coming from. Mm-hmm. You're expecting that. You don't even know, like, the connection. You're just already going in and expecting that, and not going with the flow of the connection of where y'all are at. So you just
and then also not looking like it's love at first sight, right? Like, yes, they might look like, oh, like, I love him, he's so handsome, like, oh, she's beautiful, I want to be with her. But like, sometimes you can see connections, and even if you don't have like all about all their traits and stuff like that what you like about them, you can at least describe the connection. They'd be like, I don't know what it is, but when I first saw him, like, something zinged my heart, and I felt tingles all the way down in my body, and something came over me, and I knew that I had to be with him. If you said something like that, they can't argue with that, at least, because that's something that they didn't experience, that you experienced, that you can barely explain what it is. But
That's true.
when you have a conversation with the mom and she's like, so what are Tito's best traits? He gives blood? That would not make me feel confident in your relationship.
Whew. And I knew he was a giver. I knew he was.
And like Tito is like surprised that his dad was so stringent. Like, your dad is not going to
You
be
know
into
him.
this.
Yes, you know.
I wasn't even surprised that he was going to be there because like that's a normal reaction. And
I
like,
just knew those people meant business. They just looked like they meant business from the jump. Like, we're not with it. We're not feeling it. We're not with it.
and like I do think that Rachel is a beautiful woman. I think that she has a lot to offer, but she doesn't really sell herself in that great of a way. Like it seems to me like Tino probably always got the best girl. Like he had his pick. He's probably was juggling different attractive women, and so maybe she just doesn't have like the confidence that they're like used to with Tino. Like, because their questions weren't that hard, but she's just so
they
soft.
weren't.
She's just so soft.
And then she has to get a glass of wine. She's over there, the producer. They hate me. They hate me.
Like every single date she has to have, like, I mean, maybe they do all the time. They just aired this, but like needs to like debrief with the producers.
Yes. I mean, they are breaking the fourth wall. They're not like it's. They hate me. I mean, I don't even know how I made it out alive. I was gonna cry. And we're like, we know. Everybody's talking to the TV saying, we know, because that's what you do all the time. I was gonna cry.
Yeah, we know you were gonna cry for sure. That's no surprise whatsoever. So Tito's dad and Rachel talk, and he's like, "So convince me that you know each other, that you know Tino. Convince me that you know Tino." He's like, "Well, nothing against you, but like, basically, he's like, you don't know my son. You have other guys. You can't convince me that you even know him. Like, my mom told me that the only good trait that he has is that he gave blood. Like, I can't buy into this."
He was speaking the truth though. Absolutely. I was feeling him.
I want to see my son fall in love with the right person, and she's not making it seem like she's the right person. That's just what it is. And oh my god, though, this was harsh. So when he's like, and this is your second go around, I'm like, he knows.
He was like, or do you just want to be married? Because you were with the other guy trying to make that work. I was like, ooh. He is not feeling you. He broke that woman down.
Girl, you cry every episode. Yes, you do. Nobody's surprised that you're crying here. Oh my god. Debbie's like, they need to bring Tito's parent back every season. They keep it 100.
Yes.
Yeah. They keep it 100. Oh, so yeah, Rachel's talking to the producers. I think they hated me. But then, okay, Tito, why you lie? When he's like, so she's talking to him after.
They adore you.
And she's like, Tito, they hated me.
Right.
They adored you.
No,
they adored you.
She was like, what are you talking about?
And so he's just like, I'm so sure about you. I've been falling in love with you. Like he's like, let's just bring it. Let
me just change it back to me. Let's concentrate on me.
And he's like, I should have told you weeks ago. Yeah. I'm falling in love with you, and they kiss.
Yeah, and she tells him she's falling in love with him too, which is her truth. I don't doubt that. You know what I mean? I really don't doubt that.
Well, Dabu does. So did Dabu confess? Did Tito confess his love because he meant it, or because she was sad? I think it's because she was sad and he wanted to just like shift the mood, because he knows that she needs to be emotionally satisfied or consoled. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. I'm not sure if I felt it in that moment.
I don't know if his intentions were pure with him saying that when he said it, but I mean, I don't know if it's true. I think he really wants to be with her, but does he want to be with her because he just wants to win out, or is he just madly in love with her? That's what I
Oh,
can't
he's not
figure out.
in love with her.
I think she's in love with him, though. I really do think that.
Well, you know what though? I know people don't care for sign talk, but like this is me. And is it that she maybe want unavailable men? Because like he's an Aquarius. He has that air of unavailable, and she's still trying to get him. You know what I mean? And that's for her. It seems like it's attractive. Like she wants it. She wants to chase that, and wants to have the unavailable guy love her. And the other person that she's
Tyler, the Tyler of it that wants her, she don't want him.
No.
No.
Who else does she have left? Who are these people?
Aven and Zach.
Well, we haven't seen his date yet, obviously, so fine. And Zach, I mean, I'm not sure how that's going to work with Zach. I mean, maybe she'll pick Zach.
In the preview, it looked like something happened.
Yeah, it does. Poor Aven doesn't get a date, so maybe Aven is the next Bachelor. Like, I don't know, but why wasn't he like?
Why does his date have to be on the Men Tell All episode? I was like, where in the world? And then they talk about a love potion and the whole table fall. I'm like, is that a bad sign? I'm like, here we go.
I'm gonna cry about it. I wrote down, I don't know, I didn't finish the sentence. I am intrigued by, and then I didn't finish the sentence. So do you know what I was writing about? What happened in the outtakes?
Zach's uncle, who was the guy, the comedian guy, Zach's uncle, that she was talking to him, and he was like talking about aviation and planes and asking was her dad a pilot. She was like, no, he was an architect. Not an engineer. She said engineer. And then he was like, oh, and then he was talking about what he liked, and then he was like, oh, he comes from a good family and he's the best guy. So that's what was happening in the outtakes. So
maybe I wrote I was intrigued by what's happening in the next episode. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it definitely looks interesting.
Yes. Like, what about them saying Gabby's not coming?
Yeah, well, what I'm thinking is going to happen is similar to what happened with them on the fantasy suite dates, is that date number 3, the favorite person for Gabby, which will be Eric, is not going to like the fact that she may or may not have been intimate with the 2 other guys before him. Because she says, like, I don't know how I feel knowing that you were like that with somebody else or something like that. And then we see her crying and like, so like, maybe that's what happens.
And she's saying something like they said they can't love her, or am I unlovable? I don't, something.
Well, like the unlovable part could be like that, he doesn't want to maybe love her anymore because of what she's done. And so maybe like her actions are unlovable.
Could you pull it up? Like, did you?
Oh, I forgot. Hold on. I forgot. Oh my God, I got dinged last time too. But I just ended up like cutting it out, but. Bachelorette. Next episode. Preview for episode 7?
No, we just watched 7, I think, right?
8. Is this the preview? Romance and drama heat up on the Men Tell All final episode. I think, yeah, this must be it. Okay. I'm going to have to stop and start it at like 14 seconds because 15 seconds they still flag it. Dabu thinks that Tino, she picks Tino, but they call it quit by the time that after the final rose airs, pilot Pete and Madison style. Oh, people that drive planes have these kind of breakups. I think Aven gets dumped next and he's on the Men Tell All. Yeah. I mean, his date's an afterthought here, so that's not been important. Or no, maybe he doesn't get dumped at all though, because like we already. Oh no, because they're gonna have. Will Gabby dump somebody? I don't know. Maybe she won't dump anybody. Just keep all 3 of them for the fantasy suites.
So Rachel did dump Tyler, right? She didn't just say, "I don't want to meet your parents." She kind of told him it was over, right?
Yeah, it's done. I think it's done.
Okay.
I think so. All right.
Coming up next week on The Bachelorette.
I gotta tell you about my famous love spell. I could do it for you if you like.
Rachel visits Avon's hometown, where they feel the magic.
Is that bad luck?
And then...
15 seconds, shit. I mean, that's not great luck. Because usually with broken glass actually clears negative energy. So it could just be a sign that something needs to be cleared. I don't know if the negative energy is with the space or with what's going on between them, but that's why in like, I believe it's Greek, like weddings and stuff like that, they will break plates. And so that is like to get rid of any bad luck energy, like breaking glass clears energy. So if you ever see like I was working at this restaurant and glasses would always fall off and break all the time. And I was like, this place must be haunted because so many glasses are breaking. And then I did like a, an intuitive reading for it. And I was like, oh, I think that it actually was like built on like some sort of,
hill.
Sorry?
It was built on a hill or something?
No, I was going to say that like it was Aboriginal land, so indigenous land. And I feel like it was like actually, it might have been like a graveyard for indigenous people like hundreds of years ago. And so then I started investigating. I think I figured out that there was something that did happen nearby that area. And so maybe it is the ghost. And like, that's just the glass breaking is clearing the energy, negative energy of like, however the people passed away. But anyways, it's clearing negative energy. So we'll say that it's positive in the sense that that's happening.
Okay.
Welcome to what promises to be a dramatic and shocking Men Tell All. All of your favorite men from the season are back.
You had your chance. Have some respect for the guys that were there.
Okay, who is he talking to?
Ethan, who is he talking to?
Have some respect for the guys.
I think he was talking to the blonde guy with the ponytail.
Oh, the Fabio.
Yeah. I
forget his name. Why would you say have some respect for the guys that are there though?
I don't know what he said, but I feel like he was talking to him.
And they're ready to talk smack.
You did me wrong.
All of that is like...
I guess I like girls that are rough around the edges. I love Gabby.
And...
Meatball, our savior.
Spencer.
Why is he pouring more tomato sauce on his body?
I don't know. It's not. And then somebody dumps it on him. I don't know who that was.
If you think you know what happens, guess again. This news is about to change your lives forever. Get ready to new adventures.
Do you think somebody gets some money?
New adventures.
Yes. Do you think somebody gets some money, or do you think that everybody went to cruise?
Maybe they're doing a new spin-off of like The Bachelor, like on a boat. I don't know. Maybe like.
But what it looked like he was talking to the audience, like it's about to change your lives forever.
Like the guys are all shipping champagne as well.
Oh, I don't know. Okay.
Maybe Chris, he was disrespectful. Who's Chris again?
Oh, you know Chris, the one who the guy who said that he didn't want a woman who was going on what do you call that? A date with 3 other men and might be intimate with them. That's not the kind of woman he wants.
Oh, his name was Chris?
Yeah.
I forgot about him. I like literally forgot about him.
And then, in 2 weeks,
Bienvenido.
Gabby and Rachel take their journey for love to Mexico.
I am in love, and I've never been this
Okay,
She's in love.
happy. This is the moment during cleaning season where everything went haywire. Everything went off the wall. The last thing your dad said to me was that they don't like me.
I'm like, she's in Mexico and she doesn't have a flat iron. It's so frustrating.
But first of all, his dad did not say they don't like her. See, that's where she got to be the victim. He did not say that.
Well, like, why can't she be more upset about not having a flat iron?
I would
I'm
be
scared
with
moving
that.
forward because of what happened at Hometown.
After Fantasy Suite, everything took like a 180. That was the last thing I could have ever expected.
I'm picturing a girl that like I'm in love with doing that with somebody else, like crushes me.
Is she wearing the same thing? Hold on, I need to see if she's wearing the same thing. Is she wearing that same top with him? Hold on. Did they not show it?
The last thing I could have ever expected.
I'm picturing a girl that like I'm in love with doing that with somebody
No, it's
else.
different. Okay, she's wearing something green there.
He said he can't love me. It's like, am I too broken for anyone to love?
Gabby will not be joining you. You're going to be the only Bachelorette here.
I'm struggling because I want this to work, so it's hard. But
Who is she crying over? Tino!
But hold on, with Gabby, okay, so she's like, why can't he love me? It's like, am I broken? Am I unlovable? That's what she said. Why can't he love me?
It must be Eric being upset that she may have slept with other people. That's my thought.
These people act like they not knowing that this stuff is going. I mean, how many they act like they don't know the routine, and that's that.
Well, they
that
probably feel though if they are the one that they're picking that they wouldn't be sleeping with other people, and I can understand them having that expectation.
But you don't know that she did sleep with somebody else.
Well, yeah, we don't know what happened in the episode yet.
And you could have met somebody at the bar, and they could have slept with somebody else the night before, and you could be love first sight connection. Like people, you know what I mean? Like until you have made it official, when you dating people, you free to date other people.
You know, but I think that he's a little. He was upset when he didn't get the group date or the first impression rose. You know what I mean? So
right.
Nothing but the best.
Okay, that was that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is there anything else about this episode that you'd like to talk about? Oh, I think it's Zach, since he said he ain't proposing to his family.
Oh, Zach said that?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, wow. I thought he was going to propose. I thought it was, what's his name that said?
I think Zach, Johnny, and Jason all said that they weren't ready for the next step.
Okay.
Right?
I know Jason and Johnny said that. I didn't know Zach, because Zach acting like he's so in love.
Let's see, did I write it down? Let me see what I wrote down. I didn't write it down, but I definitely remember that.
Oh, wow. Because he did just say it's a 180. He was like, things have done a 180. So.
Well, anything else about this episode? No, it was Jason. Oh, my bad. Uh-oh. But I feel like Zach might have said something. But now you're making me second guess everything. Now do I have to watch their date again? I don't want to. Definitely Jason said it and Johnny said it.
I know Jason and Johnny said it. I know Jason and Johnny said it.
Taboo, we trust you. I'm going to my notes to check. We trusted you. That's okay. Well, Zach, maybe he's not proposing though. Nobody seems like they want to propose at this point.
No, nobody.
A lot of people.
Nobody seems like it. No, but I just don't think this season gave what it was supposed to give.
I think that, I'm sorry, Rachel, but she's the common denominator here in like my disappointment in the season. I think that the amount of tears and stuff like that we've seen from Gabby have been fine. It hasn't, maybe it's just because just suppose, Rachel, it seems normal, but like, it's been too much. She's needy. It's just too much.
She's so needy. She's so needy.
It's just hard to watch because I want to root for her, but it's like I also like don't want her to win. You know what I mean?
I almost want her to win just so she can stop crying.
I can't picture her and Tino together though anymore. You know?
I mean, it's gonna be so awkward at the Thanksgiving.
But like, if she's always gonna be trying to prove herself, like, I don't know. That's not the energy of that family. Like, that energy of the
Right.
family is like, it's pretty alpha. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
Like Tino's pretty alpha. And
Yes.
like they don't like me, they hate me. Like
Mhm.
that's not the like I feel like they want people to go toe to toe with them, have debates and like
Right.
you know, come back and like give some good points and like they want that energy and she's just
Mhm.
too soft, I think, for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work out. Because she's
I
always
agree.
gonna be feeling less than with that
Mhm.
family.
My in-laws are coming, and I don't know what I'm gonna do because nothing is good enough for them. I slave over the food in the house. And it's never, good enough. She's one of them with her in-laws. Like,
Oh my god, like any of in-laws I'm ever gonna have are gonna be obsessed with me. They're gonna like me more than their son. Okay?
yes,
Like,
yes,
like that's just
yes,
how it's gonna be.
exactly. I agree.
Are we writing David completely out?
Yeah, they wouldn't even it was so disrespectful. They didn't even put his date on the show, Taboo. You have to wait till the next show. Yeah.
So rude, so rude. I would have to say yes because or he makes it to the next round because we're losing Tyler for sure. Or
Yeah.
he doesn't make it out of that date and there's only 2 people left for like fantasy suites. And maybe the 180 that happens is that she sleeps with Tino and doesn't want to sleep with Zach because like, I mean, actually I can't see her doing that, but
She wants all the attention. And she might not sleep with either one of them.
I feel like she'd sleep with Tino.
Well, yeah, I think she would because she's head over heels for him. Head over heels.
When Rachel said her ex couldn't handle when she travels, we sure ate it the other way around. Well, I think we said that then. That I'm like, I'm wondering what the dynamic actually is here. Could she not handle?
He can't handle her complaining when she travels because she's checking up on him. It's levels of mistrust. She's asking what he's doing. She's complaining. She's calling him several times a day. Maybe he couldn't handle that aspect of it. It wasn't the travel, but it was how she acted when she traveled.
Facts.
Suffocating.
Facts.
You gotta give people space. My God.
Oh, I know. Poor Rachel. Well, that is pretty much it for this episode, unless there's anything else that we haven't talked about yet that you'd like to.
Nope.
Okay. Well, thank you, Taboo, and anyone else here in the chat. You guys are amazing. We will be back next week. Same time, same place. Hopefully with the cat sleeping. Oh, they're sleeping over there. So they're not disturbing me so I can be distracted. Could they not? Oh, wait, sorry. I scrolled up. I'm like, what? I don't remember seeing that one. Sorry, that was an old one. I scrolled up. So please, yes, ciao, Taboo. You are amazing. I appreciate you being here for the support and the conversation. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Most appreciate it. And please like this video. Let's get it to 50 likes. 50 likes is not that many likes. That would be amazing. And leave in the comments. Do you think that Avon is out completely? Are we writing him out? Is Avon done? Or does he make it to the next round since he didn't make it to the episode? Tell us what you think about Avon. Is Avon part of this season anymore? Or does he get dumped on his date? What are your thoughts? All right. Other than that, we'll see everybody next week for more Bachelor. I guess it's the men tell all. Kind of a boring episode though, but maybe it'll be interesting. We'll see. I don't know. Okay, bye. Bye.
Bye.